So it's been 3 days. Can we all stop being delusional now? None of us thought that Jay was gonna win that title against Gunther. None of us. I don't care how much y'all pretend like y'all thought he was finna. So when y'all see me defending my man, yeah, yeah. All right, so let's talk about Monday Night Raw. I want to talk about the main event mostly because that was a doozy. It was very emotional for me. Um, I did like a full reaction. It's up on my TikTok. I don't know if I can even post it on YouTube because it's me showing the screen and then you just hear me screaming and yelling in the back. So like I said, I don't know if I can post that on here or not. But I think I can give y'all clips in here. Whatever. But anyway, like I said, let's not all pretend like we thought Jay was about to win that title. Like, yes, that's great. It's been discussed for a while that they were gonna have him and Gunther, have a match. Like that was the thing. Everybody was like Jay for Intercontinental. 100%, I was behind it too. But did I think he was gonna win? No. Did I want Jimmy to interfere in that match? No. Because if you're going to lose because of them chops. Don't lose because your twin brother is a hating ass bitch and he just going to pull up just because. Now, I knew everything was just going to be going downhill after the match with Drew and Cody, and Solo and Jimmy popped up then. I knew by the time we got to like 10:30, it was gonna be up and stuck. I'm gonna keep it being with y'all. I didn't watch the rest of that shit live. I didn't. Becky came out with that damn mic, and I went to bed because I don't want to hear nothing that Beckford has to say. I'm tired of hearing Becky Lynch talk. I know I'm not the only person, but I'm tired of hearing the man talk. Like, I'm so over it. I was over it in Vegas. I was over it last week. I was over it the week before. I was over it when she looked Rhea in the face and said, "You might be better than me." I was over it then. This is a person who went to a live show and cheered for Natalya over Becky. That's how much I don't see it for Becky Lynch. Okay? So I proceeded to watch the next morning before I went to work. And honestly, that might have been the best decision because I was fresh. A lot of y'all decided that y'all was going to spoil in my TikTok comments. A lot of y'all decided that y'all were going to come back and argue in my TikTok comments with me until 9 o'clock in the fucking morning because you clearly don't have a job. But it's just like, why did we expect Jay to win? Can we all be truthful with ourselves? Nobody thought Jey Uso was going to win that title. We have a beef to reignite to get to Mania. Now, I do feel like Jimmy versus Jay can hold off for another year. However, I don't have another year Mania money in me. So we're going to have to do this year. I feel like we were rushed into them separating because of that interview that they did in London prior to Money in the Bank. They said that was their dream match. They want a main event, a WrestleMania, where it's the two of them against each other. Now, I don't think that Jimmy versus Jay is going to be a main event match at Mania, but it's something that they want. So starting the feud now, maybe it can get big enough to be a main event. But as far as it being a main event this year, it's not going to happen because we still have whatever they're going to do with Seth. We still have the women's match, which I think should get a main event. And I don't like the idea of co-main eventing nights. I don't like the idea of that. So whatever they try and do as far as Io and Bailey, Rhea versus whoever wins the chamber, which will probably be Becky because they keep throwing her in our face. And if it's not her, I want it to be Liv. I've said that before. But the twins want that to be a main event match. They want their dad to be a guest referee in the match. Like, they want it to be a big family oriented thing. Now, this happening on Monday could be something to bring Jey back into the Bloodline storyline now that The Rock has entered the storyline. I'm not against it. I made a video before that should be popping up right here that said how we can include the entire bloodline in, I think it said, I think the title was how we can include the entire bloodline in Roman versus The Rock. But since we're not getting that match, how we can include everyone in as a whole would be the start of this. Because I'm going to bring it back to what I said Monday in the video that I posted Monday. Roman, for whatever reason, decided to just hit Jey with a stray when he hugged Jimmy and said, let's fix everything that Jey ruined. So, whatever that could possibly mean to him is probably what we're going to be experiencing now as far as the bloodline. Now, SmackDown was pre-taped because everyone is going to Perth like now. And we're gonna see how that pans out on Friday. I believe Roman and Rock are scheduled to appear again on Friday, since they were already there last week. And then next week when everybody's back in America, we'll see how SmackDown goes. I'm excited to see how this goes once March starts, because now at that point we'll be like 30 something days away from Mania. I'm going to the last SmackDown before Mania in the Hall of Fame. So I would like to see how that pans out. I don't know, like I said, like once Friday comes, then we'll figure everything out. But as far as right now, Jimmy versus Jey just needs like an extra push. So if for the next couple weeks or for the next month they're going back and forth on each other's shows, I don't have a problem with that. Because how do we get to the point where we set up twin versus twin? How do we get there? I also want to say to y'all, don't let that Big Brother comment like get under y'all skin a little bit too much. They're like 2 to 9 minutes apart, something like that. Like, let's not dwell on that. I don't know how they was raising them boys in that house, but saying, oh, he's your older brother is crazy. That's crazy. And I think that twins should stop that. Y'all are enabling that behavior. But they're using that to elevate the story, because I feel like that is something that really went on in the household, because it's been mentioned before. But yeah, that whole I will always be your big brother thing is kind of strange to me, because y'all baked at the same time. Like, y'all baked at the same, like, it's crazy to me. Jimmy's final words to Jey before he attacked him. You thought you were gonna win this without me. Hands down the most hateration shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. No matter how big you get, I'm still the big brother. I wish one of my brothers would say some shit like that to me. No matter how big you get, I'm still the big. So you're telling me I can't succeed without you? I'm being forced to be in your shadow forever? Because if you guys remember the promo um that Jay cut before him and Jimmy left the bloodline before Money in the Bank, he said to Jimmy, he said, I've always been in your shadow. I've always been trying to keep up with you my entire life. You were the prom king. You were voted most likely to succeed. And all they ever said to me was, which one are you? I've always been in your shadow. And now that I'm shining and it's because of Roman, you don't like that? And Jimmy couldn't look him in his eyes. So when it came down to the whole thing at SummerSlam, and Jimmy stood there and he said that he was scared that his brother would just up and leave him if he won that title and he became the tribal chief and all of that other stuff. I believed him. However, there's that layer of jealousy has always been there. We've always seen that. And that whole thing of, you thought you was going to win without me. That ties all of that back in. It's been a lot of callbacks that I think a lot of people have been missing. And I hate that for y'all. I do. I hate that for y'all, but that's fine. Because it's not that hard to piece things together. When it comes to this wrestling stuff, and the product is always in our faces, we can always go back and look it up. So if y'all are ever really lost for real, you shouldn't be, because you have the ability to go find this stuff. I keep a lot of this stuff up here because I'm very analytical. Like, when I see stuff, when I hear stuff, I keep it up here, word for word, bar for bar, like all the time. Like, that's how I'm able to spit out such things. And because this storyline has been going on for so long, and because I've invested so much time into this storyline, I can probably like just pull something out randomly that's happened in the last year just because, and be like, oh wait, I remember when that and that was said. What they need to do as far as the stuff that happens off air, because a lot of the things that we find out after the show goes off air is fan footage. I feel like they should keep the cameras rolling and make those online exclusive content, because a lot of people were saying, you know, nobody in the locker room came out to help Jey. Well, that's not true. Cody did come out. We just didn't see it. Solo also came out to jump his brother, but we didn't see that. So it's been going around. I've seen it on Twitter, I've seen it on TikTok, I've seen it on Instagram. Like, why did nobody help Jey? He received help. We just didn't see it. We just didn't see it. And that sucks, but like I said, like, they should keep the cameras rolling and have those offline, off-air things appear on the social media platforms. Because they let us know CM Punk came out, but y'all didn't let us know that, hey, Cody was in the ring because he came out to help Jey. Y'all just put it as, oh, this was some post-show shit. When that's not what that was. Things were still happening after it went off air. And the only reason why some of us know about it is because of the people that we follow or footage surfaced online. But I do really, 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 really need them to get that together production-wise. WWE, y'all should really hire me. The application has been sitting there for a while, just saying. And on aside from that, like I said, I'm looking forward to Friday. The twins are in Australia. However, I'm confused as to why, and maybe it may have something to do with the Grayson Waller effect with Cody and Seth. But honestly, if that turns into like a brawl, I would love that. Even if a brawl happens on Friday, I would love that. Just putting it out there. Like, if we get a brawl at some point this week, that I'm cool with that. Other than that's really all I got. I'm kind of happy that this storyline is rolling, but how are we gonna get there in the next 46 days? I have no idea. I'm ready. I've honestly been waiting on this moment since July of last year, when I saw that interview, and now that we're kind of here, it's kind of surreal, and it's kind of like, oh shit, like we're really doing this, like we're really here. For the most part, that's really all I got for y'all. I did want to talk about that for a little bit. Jimmy did his big one because I said, like, if you were going to do anything, make it your big one. Like, make sure that you fuck some shit up, and that's what he did. He fucked some shit up, so I'm very proud of him for that. But that's all I got for now. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff that YouTubers be saying, and I'll see y'all in my next video, I guess. 'Cause